In 1888, the New York World ran an interview with Maggie where she stated that on that evening at the New York Academy of Music she would publicly denounce spiritualism. Whatever the reason, that night Maggie stood on stage and told a packed house, "My sister Kate and myself were very young children when this horrible deception began." She went on to tell how they used an apple to make the rapping sounds. The sisters graduated from apple dropping to manipulating their knuckles, joints and toes to make the rapping sounds. She told the audience, "A great many people, when they hear rapping, imagine at once that the spirit is touching them. It is a very common delusion. Some very wealthy people came to see me some years ago when I lived on 42nd Street, and I did some rapping for them. I made the spirit rap on the chair, and one of the ladies cried out, 'I feel the spirit touching me on the shoulder.' Of course, it was pure imagination. She offered a demonstration, removing her shoes and placing her right foot upon a wooden stool. The room fell silent and still, and was rewarded with a number of short little raps. There stood a black-robed, sharp-faced widow, the New York Herald reported, working her big toe and solemnly declaring that it was in this way she created the excitement that has driven so many persons to suicide or insanity. One moment it was ludicrous, the next moment it was weird." Many thought that this would be the end of the spiritualist movement, but its believers closed ranks, and in fact it went from strength to strength. Unfortunately, the darker side of the coin is that it also gave rise to charlatans and frauds, and from then on spiritualism was marred by tricksters using ever more elaborate methods to fool people.